Alright, so I'm finally getting my rig up and running. I'm just starting it up right now. I finally got it running at 30 mega hash across 9 cards stable. It's running in between 30.2 to 30.75 mega hash, so I guess round up to 30.8. As you can see there, recognizes all 9 cards. While that's initializing, it takes a while. I'll take you over to the rig. This is the rig here. This is 9 RX 580 8GB models. Now you might notice some of these have like little plastic zip ties on them. That's because these ones with the zip ties are actually Hynix memory, and they required a different BIOS mod. And my plan is, because I have more over there, my plan is to actually put all of the Hynix memory on a single rig, so that way it's more evenly overclocked, because they work a little bit different. But anyway, yeah, so the ones without the zip tie, those are Samsung memory. As you can see, they're connected to an Asus Z270A motherboard. That is an Intel G4400 Pentium processor. This is a G-Skill 8GB 2133 megahertz RAM, and I have 5 cards connected straight to the board. I'm actually waiting to get my M.2 connections, so I can actually connect more cards to this motherboard to make it cheaper to mine on SimpleOS, because they charge $2 a rig per month. I want to get as many cards as possible on this rig. So you can see here across the board it's 30, 30, 30, 30, all the way 30s. I'll let that run for a little bit. But anyway, I have, to power this, I have a Corsair AX 1500i, and I have an HX 1000i. Obviously you don't need this much power to power 9 cards. The reason why I actually have this much power to power these cards is because of this these Corsair power supplies. They have rails in them, and you can't actually pull more electricity than a certain amount on these rails. So for example, if I try to plug 9 risers plus these 2 chips down here, because these chips take SATA power too, and they can power up to 3 cards, and it just connects to the motherboard here. But anyway, if I try to connect even just 9 cards, let alone those 2 risers, this power supply turns off. Just turns off, and it's not because I'm pulling too much electricity. It's because I'm pulling too much electricity. I think it's on the rail, but maybe I'm mistaken. But what I do notice is if I put, if I take one of the 6 pins off of this one and put it to this one, it'll actually keep on running and it'll power these just fine. I don't really know what's going on there, but I'm assuming it's the rails within the power supply. So like I said, I have 2 cards here, so I expanded per one of these slots. I put 2 graphics cards in. I tried 3 with Windows and it gave me a thread error, so I haven't tried 3 with Linux yet, but I will give it a shot. I'm not sure how well it's going to turn out though. What else? Let's see. Oh yeah, so the way that I set this up for people that want to know is I'm actually running the motherboard and the processor, which is this cable. So this is the this is the motherboard cable, this is the processor cable, and this is actually just the power for this one card here. and sorry if it's a little shaky. Then I am powering these two off this. So I have 3 and then 4, 5. So I'm powering up to all of these so far, and 5, and then 6, 7. So I'm powering all 7 of these on this power supply. Let's see if I can get rid of that glare. So I'm powering all 7 cards off this power supply, and if I plug another card into any one of these 6 pins, even though I have some 6 pins free right here, I have 6 pins, I have 6 pins, it'll actually turn off this power supply, and I'm not 100% sure why, but I want to look into that because it's a little confusing for me. But anyway, so I just did a relief connection, and I connected, where did I do it? Up here, I connected the expansion cards to this slot, and the other 2 graphics cards to this slot. So yeah, that's how it's running. I'm mining off Simple OS using what is it, a 64 gigabyte SanDisk USB. I got it off Amazon for $28 Canadian. If you're in the US, it'll probably be a lot cheaper, seeing as your dollar is a lot stronger than ours. So I just got my shipments today, and I'm setting everything up. I have more cards to come, and I'm actually hoping to do Zcash with these ones, because I heard you can overclock them to 1,550 megahertz, and you can see that it's a little different because, let's see, you can't really see, but anyway, you can see here that this only has a 8 pin, one 8 pin, and this one actually has 2 8 pins, which is actually kind of difficult when I found that out. I thought it would just be just a single 8 pin, but now that it's 2 8 pins, I'm gonna have to maybe buy a few extra cables, because powering 5 of these takes 10 connections at 8 pins, so there's not much more you can do from a power supply perspective. But anyway, it's the same setup as what I have over there. Same RAM, same processor. I'm going to be using a different USB stick just because Amazon, the second one Amazon sent me was broken, so I ran out to Walmart and I grabbed one. But I just got these HX1000i power supplies. I got 3 of them. I'm using the Prime Z270A motherboard. I got 2 more over there. I also have this motherboard, which is going to be a backup motherboard because it can only run Windows, which is a big pain in the butt, but can't really do anything. You can run 8 cards off of this, but you can only run them in Windows, and you can't get a 9th on there. So that's why I'm moving to Simple Mining. But anyway, so these 2 boards are set up, one here, one back there, and then these just came in today. You can kind of see the boxes from Newegg, and I got the power supplies there. This is my power supply box for the 1500. I got switches and obviously a lot of graphics cards. So anyway, if you need any help, I'm more than happy to help you out.